going to go ahead and wait a few minutes for anybody who's rewatching. I like to wait until there's a few people on so that they can really get the full scope of what I'm about to share, because it's actually pretty funny. I'm a little bit crooked. Am I? Maybe not. Maybe it's my stand. And this time I have notes. I am not, absolutely not going off script, because this I could laugh about forever, okay? So, nope, not one of my people. Let me do some insights. And I might be a few minutes early for once. I'm not sure. It doesn't show me the time whenever I'm live, but that would be a first. And hopefully something I can choose to continue, because it's kind of nice. We have a lot of people in here. Okay. Hey Caroline, I see you. You are going to like this, and I'm going to try super hard to stay above the wellness line so that we can continue to share this, because it is so big, like huge. And we just came to an awesome little epiphany that I wanted to share with everybody on our results from our Zyto scans. Just one of the things that came out of our Zyto scans that we just kind of put 2 and 2 together. And I figured that you would appreciate the humor in this, having met my husband. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. For anybody who's rewatching, a Zyto scan is something that right now Caroline offers. She has the software, and it has been so huge for us that I'm choosing to believe that I will have one by the end of next month to offer my team and everyone. Yes, do. So I'm choosing to have one by the end of next month to be able to offer to my team, to be able to set up appointments with you guys, because this is huge. And if you have not gotten the big book, then you are so missing out. We've had some amazing things put 2 and 2 together whenever you have the big picture of everything that you're looking at, and then even then I'm sure they're missing a little bit of something, or else it wouldn't be the 7th edition, right? So whenever the Zyto scan scans your biofield, and it basically says, if I offered you this, how would you feel about it? And then it shows you markers that are out of range. Well, when David and I did ours, David was very skeptical. David, he honestly, by his results, he thought that I had consulted with Caroline and told her about his doctor visits. The results were so accurate, and just basic blood work, and according to his body's needs. Well, the only oil, and he came back with 7, the only one that he has continuously used, because he likes the smell. The other ones he doesn't like the smell, because he's David, and it's the energy blend. And obviously it's for whenever you need an extra pick-me-up, whenever you just kind of need that boost in the afternoons, maybe you don't have any Ningxia. So David, oh, I see somebody else is on, tell me hi. So I know who you are. Anyway, so David has been using energy. Well, I told him what the description was for. Every time David was using energy, David was falling asleep. Hey, Hannah, that's you. Okay. So every time David was using energy, he would lay down and take a nap. And he even told me at work, he was like, Becky, I can't keep using this. I don't care how many biomarkers came back. I cannot keep using this because I'm exhausted. And that's the opposite of what it's supposed to do. So I kind of thought he was just being David. He was being dramatic. David kind of tends to be critical of lots of things. That's his job. His job is analyzing things. And so anything that he puts on his person, he's going to analyze it to the end. Okay. So, we happened to hop on a video of Dr. Jim Bob's tonight on sleep. And something in my spirit just said, and it's a live stream. He was irritated because he was doing something, and I was like, I don't care. You need to take my phone and you need to watch this. Look, I don't ask you to do this often. And look, it's a man. It's not even a woman teaching. Just watch the video. So he's watching it, and things start clicking in his head about what he knows about cortisol. And cortisol does not let you rest. Whenever you have elevated cortisol levels, your body basically turns into fight or flight. It can't rest. And David has horrible sleep patterns, horrible, which it makes him kind of sit, and it gives all kinds of other health issues during the day whenever you're not resting. And he has not rested for years and years, okay? Like, probably, if I had to guess, the longest that I've heard him telling stories is since he was like 11 or 12, that he knows for a fact that he has not rested. He doesn't even dream. And that's not healthy for a sleep process. You need 90 minutes of uninterrupted sleep for a sleep cycle. So obviously this is an issue. Well, now that he's using energy and it's putting him to sleep, and it's the opposite of the definition. And we're watching this live video, and he talks about cortisol levels, and it triggers something in David's brain. And David mentions it to me. And then I remember seeing in Team Swiftfire something about Idaho balsam fir in the way it affects your cortisol levels, that it basically helps your body to use up this cortisol so that you can not have these issues. So, and once again, it's just supporting a natural body function. It's not even doing it for you. It's helping your body to do it more efficiently. So I was like, I'm going to go find this post. I'll look in Team Swiftfire, and I find it. Yep, it is Idaho balsam fir. So then I whip out my big book, the big reference guide that I did not bring in here because I'm hiding out. And something, in the back, it tells you can look up the singles and you can see what blends they're in. So I look up Idaho balsam fir, and it's an energy. So even though the descriptor for this oil says that it's going to give you that boost whenever your body is not doing what it's supposed to do, and it's maybe missing some support in some areas, and then it starts to receive that support, it's going to start doing what it's supposed to. Yes, support healthy levels. That's the words I'm trying to think of. Healthy cortisol levels. So David unknowingly, by taking this, because it came up on his Zyto, found other benefits that he did not even know about. And we've talked about, they all have the mental, physical, spiritual benefits. Every single one of them supports something, more than one something, sometimes hundreds of somethings, on the cellular level, which I'm going to get to seed to seal in just a minute, and why that's important, and why I decided to do this after Caroline did her class on seed to seal. It can help support healthy circulation, mental and physical fatigue. It can help your body to support, Caroline, help me, just healthy energy levels is what I'm trying to say. So it can help with your hormones, nervous, emotional system, adrenal system, antioxidants. It has a really high frequency. It can help with the mental aspects, or like boredom, a lot of negative things that hold people down. Energy addresses all of those. So if your body is receiving help for these things that it hasn't had help from in a very, very long time, because we don't have the benefits. David likes his beer, and he likes to eat comfort food. We're in South Louisiana, folks. I mean, we had gumbo yesterday, and we had rice and gravy today. So this is just how we roll, okay? And David is one of those people who he just likes food. He's not even particular if it's healthy food or unhealthy food. It's just his thing. So he's kind of like a connoisseur, right? He's very adventurous. So all of these things combined with a desk job and with unhealthy sleep habits all of these years, and him not knowing why, whenever he's using a product that says, hey, I'm going to help you with your energy boost, it didn't work. It didn't work because his body needed something else that the Zyto picked up on that David didn't know about, and it provided to his body. It worked, but it didn't work the way we expected it to. So you do too, what, Hannah? I've got kind of a little delay because I'm on Wi-Fi, and I'm sure they are Netflixing in at least 2 other rooms in this house. So just drop your what you were responding to, just so I can know and make sure that I know what I just agreed to. So whenever it's helping with all of these things at one time, it is working. It's just not working in the way that you expected it to. And even if, right? And potato salad and boiled eggs, Caroline, just saying. So whenever he was falling asleep or getting drowsy for something that was supposed to help with the energy levels, it's because the Zyto picked up on different needs in his body and the different systems all working together. And the blends, these people research these things. They put a whole lot of research into it, research that is borrowed by other companies. And I like the fact that we have access to the source. I like the fact that we have access to this beer and rice and gravy. Yes. So I'm more of a vodka person. Just saying. So whenever they have access to that kind of research, and you can see the effects of these things on your body, big picture. You can see, holy cow, his Zyto came back that he needed energy, but what he really needed was several ingredients in the energy. And what it did was say, hey, you need all of these, and we know what's already in here, so we're going to give you this one to address the big picture. That was only one of his 7 oils that his came back on, or 7. I think it was just oils. His didn't have any supplements or anything on it. And whenever we had the cortisol conversation, yes, you do have to use it all. And when my Essential Rewards gets here that Harvey put off the delivery, then we will have most of them. We split up some of them for cost purposes and for replacement, because we do use a whole lot of oils, but we got the first 4 that had most of his markers, and I already had a few of them. So actually I think he'll have like 6 of the 7. I think all we're missing is the GLF. So where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so whenever you're talking about seed to seal, whenever I felt the need to share this after the Seed to Seal video, and why she goes into detail about the people who put all of this together. And Dr. Charnel teaches on frequency, and all of those things are transferred along with the oils, and they're passed from person to person as it's handed down to us. So that's a whole lot of frequency and a whole lot of love being handed to each person before it's handed to us. So what I'm not 100% sure is easy to understand is that essential oils being created by God for cells, both plant cells and our cells, are able to handshake cell to cell. They can pass from cell to cell. Nothing else can do that except maybe water. Okay, so whenever we're doing that, the purity is important, because if there's something else in your oils, like I know it's super easy to just use what you have and get something else, especially if it's only going in your bath. So what you put on your skin absorbs 60% of it, but only the oils can go through your cells. So imagine the oils are the only particles small enough to go through there. Everything else has to stop, and it has to go somewhere, and it has to settle somewhere. And a lot of times your body's not made for that, whatever the filler was, whatever it was adulterated with, and so it gets stuck. So yes, I will. He does not like Surrender, Caroline. Surrender was his #1 oil, and he just cannot. Chooses not to go there, but our experience with energy has made him a believer, and he told me that if I put it all in one roller ball, then he will use all of it. So guess what's happening Friday whenever that Essential Rewards order comes in? And I also went a little bit oil ninja, and I mixed up in a spray bottle to hit my sheets before we go to bed at night. A little bit of Surrender, a little bit of Sacred Mountain, a little bit of vetiver, and that just happened to be some of his Zyto oils. So I am not shamed whenever it's for the benefit of my husband. But back to Seed to Seal, if you're using something that is not pure oils, if it is not only oils or only the approved carrier oils that the blends already come in, or coconut oil, sweet almond oil. I mean, we're not going to use cooking oil, like vegetable oil. That's not happening, obviously. But whenever you're using, say you buy something from the store that's, I was given one, a stress relief body wash that's like eucalyptus and mint, and it came off the shelf at Walmart for $4, and it smells really, really strong. That's not real oils. That's not going to be sourced the way Young Living's is, and that's not going to be pure. So whenever you're putting something on, yes, you will probably have the calming, you'll feel refreshed because it is eucalyptus and mint, but it's not going to be the same grade as what we're using, and it's not going to go as far as the oils you have. It's going to go harder because it's going to have to stop somewhere because it cannot enter the cells. So that's why I wanted everybody to watch the Seed to Seal Girls Guide. And guys are more than welcome to watch it. We love sharing this with you guys. If you don't want it to be called Girls Guide, bring out your man friends. We want some more in the club. So also, speaking of the club, whenever we talk about getting getting people in so that we can share things like this with them, we can't be this open. We have to be a little bit more hesitant with what we're sharing, because if you just say, oh, hey, I use oils and eucalyptus and mint are wonderful in my DIY shower gel, then they're going to go to Walmart and they're going to say, oh, I got me some DIY shower gel. I got me some shower gel with eucalyptus and mint, and it smells divine. I'm sure it is, and it's probably mostly fragrance, which is a hormone and endocrine disruptor. So that's why I wanted everybody to watch Caroline's Seed to Seal Girls Guide first. And then to elaborate a little bit more on how that applies to where we are. If energy alone, that one blend, approaches that much of us as a whole by itself, then you want to make sure that what you're using is actually pure, because guys, that is a huge picture. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and that's only one of his oils. So I am choosing to have a Zyto scanner for my whole team to be able to set up with you guys, for you to be able to bring your kids. I want to scan my kids like 5 times a day. I'm not even kidding you. Like, I have my office set up, which you can probably hear the echo coming through, is so that I'll have a place to do that separate from everyone else. And that is something that I want to be able to offer. Just like Caroline does to us, I want to be able to do it here in town where we all love to be. So thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for just understanding where I'm coming from and my heart for this. And go ahead and drop some comments. If you're watching this later, drop the comments. I will get the notification. I'm happy to answer them. And also shoot me a message if you've had that kind of experience with another one, or if you want to come over one day and play with the big book so that you can see what you really hold in your oil stash. I strongly encourage you to get, yes, yay. I strongly encourage you to get the desk reference. The desk reference, when I tell you I went to all 14 different references for energy to find out exactly what we were looking at. And even then, I still have a whole section that I want to read. You can find gems in that book on so many levels. Caroline got us a group order together last time so that we can get it at a discounted rate, that we can get it at the discounted shipping. And if we can pull something like that together, nobody makes money on that. No one here makes any money on that. That is strictly a tool for you to make the most of. So, and so that you can know really what you have. And even then, I could probably own that book for 20 years and still not fully comprehend everything that is in it. So you guys have an awesome night. Our kids are going back to school tomorrow. Harvey went away. Thank you, Jesus. Prayers worked. All of our prayers pulled together. And yes, it is a holy book. I'm just saying. That thing is anointed. And I was about to sign off, but I am going to say this, is that your oil journey should be spirit-led. You should absolutely be consulting the most divine part of yourself to find out what you need. Milena and I were talking, and I looked up a certain topic, and whenever I went down the list, I was reading them out loud to her on the phone. Milena was not in front of me. I could not feel any part of her except for through the phone, which there is a transfer of frequency that way, and definitely a transfer of energy. But whenever I was on the phone with Milena And I was going down the list of things that she needed. I'm loving all that love, Kristen. When I got to abundance, I felt my spirit and I broke out in chills and I said, oh my God, Milena, because she was talking. And she said, what? And I said, you need abundance. And it happened again. And I said, I have to give you abundance. And it happened again. And you know what? That night I went to her house and I brought her abundance. Okay? So absolutely heed your spirit. Listen to what it's telling you because you need it. So that's going to be my sign off for the night. I hope you guys have an awesome 7 o'clock in the morning when you're dropping them kids off to school. I don't know about you, I'm going to be doing laundry and cleaning my house. So if anybody wants to call and talk and distract me from that, you are welcome to. So you guys have a good night. I really appreciated your time and your feedback, and I love you. And I'm blessed for having you in my life.